Alright guys, so this video is going to be on handstand push-up substitution. So this is not going to be on the actual strict handstand push-up, but there is going to be some pointers in here of what you guys want to look for regardless of how you guys are subbing this out. So first of all, everybody can do 4-point handstand push-ups. The 4-point handstand push-ups are the ones that are just from the floor. And these are really good for teaching us kind of body awareness. They're super hard, and you kind of have the ability to make these as hard as you want or as easy as you want. Sometimes people feel these are harder than putting your feet up on a box or something. So with that 4-point variation, all that means is you have 4 points on the ground. You got both legs on the ground, both hands on the ground. So you're going to take a wide stance. Your hands are going to be just outside your shoulders, and you want to point your thumbnails forward. So I'm not going to rotate my hands out. I'm just going to take my thumbnails and literally just point them straight ahead. And what we're looking to do when we lower ourselves down is I'm looking to bend my elbows back and in, just like a push-up. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that my head ends up in front of my hand. So Kyle actually had a good way to kind of test this the other day. He had you go down to a push-up and then see where your hands are and see where your nose is. And then when you guys get into this position, you want to imagine where your nose is, and that's where you guys want to get your hands to. So if I were to be there, I were to start in this wide base, my thumbs forward, my nose was about right here. So a few inches in front of my hands. So hips up high, elbows come in, head goes forward, and then I press up, and I drive my head through my shoulders. So if I want to make this harder, I just walk my hands closer, so I'm more up, right? If I want to make it easier, I just walk myself out. But what I want to avoid as I walk myself out is ending up in this position. So I'm not trying to go here. I want to try to keep my hips high as I push up and down. So that's one scaling option. The other scaling option, just like in the gym, you guys can use a box, a bench, you can use a chair, and you guys can put your toes up on that box or bench, and then make sure it's stable so you don't fall off of anything. Then you guys are going to get into as much of a pike position as possible. Same thing. Head goes in front of the hands. I push up. I drive my head through. Okay? Really making sure we're trying to be diligent about that elbow position and that head position. If we're still uncertain, I'd rather you guys be working from the floor instead of progressing your feet up to a box. So really try to dial that in. From there, the next option, I know everybody has dumbbells, so the next option is going to be seated press. And I'm going to show you how you can do this with 1 dumbbell, 2 dumbbells, 1 arm, 2 arms. So if you guys have 2, you're going to have a dumbbell or a kettlebell on the back of your shoulders, and we've got strict presses. Okay? The seated is a little bit more helpful because when you're standing, sometimes you guys will get like your back into it or get a little leg drive. This doesn't give you any momentum. If you have 1 dumbbell, you guys can just do 1 or strict press on either side and just do as many reps on one side as you do on the other. If your dumbbell's too heavy for 1 arm, then place it in front of your chest like this, elbows in, and press up.